Yeah?
Yeah.
So, bro, you're most welcome aboard.
Apoy.
Yeah.
Apoy sana.
Wewe tumo duga Alur.
Ario wen is operated yeah. Yen what take communicating to people home and away. So we can mix.
Better time magwe.
Yes.
I was shocked because my introduction was fully in English
yeah.
and your response was in Alur.
Jalur. That's in the first place and Amaro ngati ngati Alur culture kabisa. And I am one proud Alur that every time I am somewhere, I want people to know that this is an Alur.
When did that pride start?
I think I developed this pride when I was still very young.
Around what age?
I was still very young. I think I was at school. It was in 2009 when I went for college. I went for teaching. And I happened to develop love to teach in our language. So from 2009, after I crossed the lake to the other side, a land of Bagandas, and that side I said now, if we are from across the Nile, how do we make people know that we have a tribe that exists called Alur? So in that direction, we started pushing, bringing Alur together to celebrate, like you put in a festival strictly in Alur, bring the Alur people together. In that way, we happened to start gathering even other tribes. Like, hey, there's a tribe called Alur. So that's when I took it upon myself and like, yeah, we can do this.
So in that festival, I don't know whether you have started it single-handedly. There were some group of youth or men who came together and come with the idea, and then
Actually,
everything.
it's not me that started this entity, this group. I came on board, I think, in 2020, during the second edition. There is a gentleman called Dennis. He's the brain behind Alur Cultural Festival. He's actually my boss, he's my CEO. I am his deputy.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's the one that is the brain behind the Alur Cultural Festival. So I came in and took over. And now we work together.
You took over, or you are still his deputy?
I am still his deputy. I took over that responsibility, like, we can't do this together, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. So I am his deputy. He is the CEO of Alur Cultural Festival. Yeah.
So what are some of the activities, for those who have never attended the festival, what are some of the activities that you guys focus on the most to promote culture in the festival?
In the first place, when you talk about culture, culture is so wide.
Of course.
So wide, and there is a lot of activities that define a culture. In this particular event that is coming, or in this cause to push the Alur culture, we do Alur riddles. We do one of the famous Alur cultural dance, that is the Agwara. We do Ndara. And we happen to have people that educate the youth how to cook angira. That is a local food, basically, for the Alur. So those are some of the few things that we are trying to push and see that our generation, even in this modern world, should understand that there is a culture. That when you're growing up as a young kid from the Alur land, you must learn some of those things. Kitemi bedu kudhani pachugi, kitema judongo kudoshalo nyathin manyanok. Those are things we are trying to educate, or we are trying to make people get to know in this modern era.
I think you are also one of our generation. So I would also ask you, when you were growing up, what were the setup, the family setup that muketu tipupa tekwaro mondia keja keja? Did you grow with your parents or your grannies?
Actually,
What were
I
the setup?
grew with both parents up to today.
Mm.
But in my time as a boy, I think my grandfather was everywhere where I was. He brought me up as one of a son that is raised, like he raised me as a culture, someone to take over his throne if he goes. I actually remember when my grandfather, the late, unfortunately,
Rest in peace.
when he was about to get to his time, I think I was already 19. The Mosaic called me and said, "My son, come." I think, actually told me, I think I am about to go. Like we are here, sat in the sun, made me kneel down, put his hand on my head and blessed me. 2 weeks after Mosaic went. So I think that impacted the cultural thing in me. So I kinda inherit everything that Mosaic left up to today.
Very, very touching story. Like seriously, very, very touching story, and very, very inspiring, not only to the youth but also to the elders. Yeah, we appreciate that so much.
Thank
so
you.
when you guys started, you never started it from Westnile.
No,
Again, you started it from central part of the country.
exactly.
So what were some of the impacts you guys were getting by then, and why have you guys decided now to bring this festival back home?
That's a good one. Every time we put up this event in Kampala, you get to meet different categories of the Alur, the Acholis, the Langis, the Lugbaras, and sometimes actually the last edition attracted many whites, very, very many. So you get to meet in large numbers and talk about, actually, it's a gathering that brings people together. You find you've not seen your OB for the last 10 years. Surprisingly, you meet during the fest and you interact and you bring back those old memories. You know, when you're growing up as a youth, there are things you were doing when you were very young, and when you meet at an age you're working, this one is a CEO somewhere, you bring back those things during that event. And you know, when you bring back old memories, it's always sweet. So during that event, such things happens. It's actually a gathering that brings everyone together.
So why have you guys decided to bring it back home?
Why we have decided to bring it back home? This event is a home event.
Yes.
It's not that why we have decided to bring it back home.
Yeah. Okay. I'm asking so because ibega temengo ngompa dano and ibega temengo ngompa lur. So the home meaning like the entire tribe or culture of Alur. You have decided to bring it in the heart of the culture.
Now, back home here, people speak mostly Alur language.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, yes.
Takai in this town, in this Navy town, if you move in Wangoni, there are very few people that are interacting in English. Very few. Now, when you go the other side, the mode of communication is 80% English. Yeah? So how do you bring out that culture? How do you tell the home people who are the other side that, you know, you need to be proud of where you come from? That is the main reason why we started it that side. Yeah? To make us feel we have a culture.
Okay.
And we can take it somewhere.
Okay.
Now bring it back home here.
Yeah.
When you build a house out of your home, out of your ancestral home, when you die tomorrow, They are not going to bury you in that place. They have to take your body back home, right? That is one thing we looked at. Yes, guys, we are doing great this side, but what do we have home? Can't we let our home people have a feel of what happens out of home? That's the main reason why we have decided, let's take back this thing home.
All right.
Let the home people feel their culture still exists even outside home. That's why we have brought it back home.
All right, thank you on that. Now, because very many people have been asking questions on that, even me, myself, and most people wanted to join this festival in Kampala, but they were not able. They don't have the dime to meet the cost to take them there. So I think if you bring it here, do you see that the impact is going to be greater that side?
Actually, when you move right now within these streets,
Yes.
with this team here, or even when we get out and move together right now, in this brand here, they'll be like, yes, this is a Kingdom brand.
Yes, I can see.
Alur Kingdom. Why have we put on Alur Kingdom? We want Alur Kingdom to feel that they are a kingdom that dominates the entire West Nile. Actually, in West Nile, Alur Kingdom. Even when you don't Google it, you speak about it. It's actually, I think, not for, but I think the biggest kingdom recognized in West Nile, right?
Yeah.
So when you wear this brand, you move with it around, they'll be like, yes,
this is it.
this is home. Yeah.
So is there, now you have touched on the Alur Kingdom, is there any close relationship between you and the CEO with the kingdom? Is there any close relationship?
Our team as Alur Cultural Festival entirely works with the kingdom. We partner with the kingdom in everything we do. We have a memorandum of understanding between us and the kingdom. We are in the kingdom calendar. Whatever we do is in the kingdom calendar. Documented. So when we are doing this now, we are doing it on our behalf and on behalf of the kingdom.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why they gave you the mandate to use
their brand, yes.
Okay. Yeah, bless up on that.
Thank
now,
you.
I've sat with very many artists because we know, as you said earlier on, that there are very many means and ways of promoting our cultures. Yeah?
Yeah,
and
true.
music is one of them, I believe. So I sat with very many artists who are doing cultural songs, not like these cultural groups that come in groups and do a guara kondara again. But these performing artists and recording artists, they always complain that the kingdom does not support Alur music. According to them, what is your take on that?
My take on kingdom, I think I'll not say much, but as Alur Cultural Festival, that is authorized to organize and work hand in hand with the kingdom. We have never failed to support any artist that has come across us. We have worked hand in hand with almost all the artists back home here or across. I am one person that I think 80% of my life is entertainment.
That's
and
great.
Music is entertainment.
Of course.
I happen to support or even organize shows for the artist, not the festival. So I don't know where that information is coming from, that the kingdom doesn't support the industry. On which capacity, honestly, I can't tell. But what I can say is, any artist now or tomorrow that comes and needs support, the Alur Cultural Festival team will always be available on behalf of the kingdom.
Yeah, that's a big promise, by the way. It's a big promise that we should not take for granted.
We shall always be available to support the local talent.
I appreciate it.
Personally, actually, I want to get into talent management.
Wow.
At a personal level. I want to get into talent management.
Yeah.
I'm learning a few things in the industry, and I am very sure very soon I'll get into talent management. I believe that is giving back to the artist.
I appreciate that. So we are looking forward for you to join the the industry.
Surely.
Then we shall bring you back and discuss more on that next time, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. But for now, talking about all those now performing artists and the rest, yeah. We saw in the poster there are some artists who are coming to perform. Yeah. We are constantly putting Brayo in your show. I mean in this festival. Yeah.
Okay.
Some other times he can go and perform. Some other times he comes and like this time is going to be the main host.
True.
Yeah. Yeah. You first. What is your take on Brayo's Brayo, Born Again? What is your take on it?
Brayo gave himself a name Jamugisa.
Yes.
Jamugisa in our language means, okay, if I take it, someone who is lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah? I don't know why he gave himself that name. But I think he's a lucky person. But Brayo and his old life, I think you are a human being. Your life doesn't depend on one thing every day. When you wake up today and say, I think if I take this direction, I think my life can be better than this. Or if I stay here like me now, if I stay in this life, is it a good one for me? I think for Brayo, it was a personal decision. I can't tell why he happened to shift from the other kind of music to gospel, to both I think it's an individual thing.
So some you long they performing. Did he only perform well but me both ko can you well my John
we have never called Brayo to perform from day one. Brayo has been our host. He has not been an artist that performs.
Okay.
Even in the first event that he came to Kampala, he was an artist. I mean, he was an MC. Though his MCing is mixed with sometimes his jokes. He wants to sing a little. But our invite to Brayo is always as a host. Always.
A word gospel, a word secular.
He has done all his songs.
Okay.
Because those are his music.
Those are his music, yeah.
The old one, why can't you sing? It's your song. But does not mean that you cannot go to the club and see people. You cannot go and support an artist that is hosting a show because you're a holy person or a born again. I don't think, to me, it's on a personal understanding. Yeah. But doesn't stop me from coming to sit with my brothers who are having their fun in a club. No. Because now, when you bought them, your life is only that one line. You might end up losing all the friends.
All right. Yeah, reality. So maybe you give us some brief about the sponsorship and who are some of the people you're working with as we are summing up, and anything that I've skipped my mind to ask you that you wanted people to know.
That's a good one. About who
you're working with to make
who sponsors us. We sponsor this event ourselves. We are a team of 9 people that is behind this Alur Cultural Festival. Alur Cultural Festival is a registered entity. You can go anywhere, find it registered legally. It's a registered entity. We are a team of 9 youth. 9 youth of my age, actually. All of us.
Wow, that's great.
And every time we are trying to bring up an event like this, we always get up to people. They can come to you, my brother, with your brand and say, okay, we need your hand. Yeah? So in this, we happen to approach very many people. One of them is Comfort Aluminium.
Yes.
That has been our partner from day one. He has always worked with us.
Yeah, bless up.
We happened this time to get to one of the biggest brand, Mutie Pachukakai. That is Oyoma General Store. We wrote to them, took our proposal. Definitely what we write our proposal is always nice.
Accepted.
Yeah, it's always nice because the content of what you put in will definitely bring someone. So they said yes. So Oyoma General Store is one of our sponsors, one of our partners.
Thanks.
In this upcoming event on 13th.
Bless up. Yeah. So thank you for passing through.
Thank you too.
Peeps, in case anything I haven't asked from our brother Barto, did you introduce yourself, by the way?
Definitely no. That's how sweet the interview is, I think. You started at a pace.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you can call him Barto. I know you as Barto.
Sure.
Maybe the other...
Actually, the Barto name is not my real name.
Yes.
And this name was given to me by my colleagues at MTN. I make a lot of fun when I'm working. Someone who plays a lot, and they're like, this Alur man here. So from there the name Barto came in. But my real name is Albert Oyiru. That's my real name, Albert Oyiru. The Barto name, I adopted it, and I think it's the trending name at the moment.
Of course, we all know you for that.
It's trending,
yeah. Thank you for passing through, Barto.
Thank you too, bro.
Yeah, we meet at the festival.
Definitely on 13th.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know the entrance, or you are going to give us free pass gate.
Talking about the event, I think 80% is done. In Mawechwene I low ground, we have started out with the school on everything, fencing it, where our guest Beshibedu, Wadaro dong zo, Timuka and dong by dong, Indo yek do, Ilifa Biro, Mimondo, a gate few tears sling Ilifa Biro.
Okay.
Angel dongoba. Ilifa Biro, awia nogino Ilifa deck, and awia school nogino sling Ilifa deck.
Ungenye awia school.
ID pa awia school ti.
Gibin ko ID eh?
Yes, gibin ko ID. Then a bembe machalo inegi.
Ana biro para ko ID para me.
A bembe machalo ine Ilipira deck.
Okay.
Ento kathi ni tubedu meza mbeko mbaye gie. Eni sholo sling Ilifa Dakar opira bish. Iberu chalo VVIP mandaba.
Penyu beru meza.
Inzo inwangu bichamde inwangu imeza echa.
Ofayo.
Muchomo ge. Muchomo go. Omiku angira. Unang. Ingayo one of the best fish everyone want to feel.
The vibe.
The vibe is nang.
Like seriously, bro.
Like seriously, Kadi Kampala, by the in our event, we have actually made people from the other side love Nang more than anything, and it sells 100% during the festival.
Wow. I think I'm giving you one tip that you should even work on it.
Please.
I wish you guys could get a good way of preserving Unang for a long time and open maybe some supermarket where people can go and buy from there, right? It will be a very good move, and I swear to Jah, if people get to test those small fish, you guys are going to make a lot of money.
And I think in the line of this Alur Cultural Festival, I have met so many people. I met a gentleman that take the Onang out of the country every single week.
Why don't you connect us, the local people from Pakwach?
Every single week. I have a gentleman called Gudra. He does August food. Does all the fish from Pakwash. All the fish from our lake. Kampala, he takes it out of Kampala.
Wow. So you guys won't be chilling. You want to make nang very soon. Nang. Let's join Barto in the Alur music. No, they call it what?
Alur Cultural Festival.
Alur Cultural Festival. I'm just used to music so much, bro. I'm just
because
used to
music is everything.
Yeah.
Agwara is music.
Ndara
is music. Actually, I love Ndara so much.
Reggae.
Yeah, reggae.
Plus so much more.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you have him, Barto, on behalf of all of us. I'm called Mas Manas, and big one behind the camera. Please make sure you subscribe, right? Let's go all to low ground in a BSS Washidi Alur Music Festival. I mean Alur Cultural Festival, right? Don't get it twisted, bro. I just love music.
Music, yeah.
Makwe, bro.
Music, yeah.
Alur Cultural Festival 2023.
Yeah, that is back to the root edition.
Back to the root edition. Low ground. Let's all go and mash up there. We are going to be live. Our cameras are going to be on your faces as we are going to celebrate our great and proud culture.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And talking about having the cameras, we have very many. We have one of the biggest TV stations in the Greater North. And it's going to stream that event live at One TV.
You heard that? So it's a big deal, bro.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Thank you.
I love. It's the first time I've met you, Gopo. And I think it's fun. It's fun every time you meet a new brother.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
And thank you for the good job.
Bless up.
Daily Fix, I think, currently, it's a trend in... I happened to check your page one time, and I loved the interviews and loved the content in there.
Blessings.
Keep it up, bro.
Afoyo, Makwe. So, Wachidezo was celebrating Alur Cultural Festival Ibar Mine BSS Low Ground. Ashwa Makro Kecha, Uruel Madongo, Mapolo Beshedo, Barto Beshibe Rukecha, Sa Original, Manager, Manager Kanan, Kojo Mokendeza, Watia Kumugi. All the celebrities are going to be there. Let's go and make it a colorful day as we are going to celebrate our culture.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Asante.